Hello and welcome to the Robo Samurai channel, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Studio Series 8621 Ultra Magnus. And here's the box. I just got this today. This you can order from Hasbro Pulse. I think it'll also be available at some other retailers. So hey, look at that picture. There he is right there. Commander class. Yep, that's what it is. And here's all the cool stuff. He has a matrix, which is not very much of use to him. He's got the ability to use with deluxe class figures, you know, cars and stuff like that. Great. And then he's got like the effects. This is fantastic. And then the background. We're going to be unboxing this thing, you know. Mr. I can't deal with that right now. Well, let's do this. Let's open it up. And I don't even know how to transform it. I have not watched any videos on this. I've never done anything else. So we're going to find out together how this works. And this is a pretty big box. I like it already. And we'll go ahead and open this up from the side and pull this straight out. We will take a look at that backdrop. And then we're going to put all this stuff aside. All right. Oi, and there he is. Look at that. He's already... Those are plastic. He's already in his robot mode. Fantastic. That's what we should have him in. And that's pretty much it. Oh, man. Look at that. What a great backdrop. All right. So we got the normal piece of paper. And let me see here if I can shed a little light on the subject here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. A little bit of extra light. Here's the instructions, which I will be reading during the transformation and all that other stuff, you know. Hey, cool stuff and all the... what can we do? Well, obviously, he is just Ultra Magnus, so... yeah, you transform him into... well, pretty much into his truck mode. That's what we got there, so... yeah, and he's got all sorts of things. So let's unbox this thing. The rest of the way, there's actually a big old pack right here. It's taped in. And we'll have to get that out. And let's tape. There we go. And then let's take care of this here by trimming some of these off. So I'm just going to cut these here. One here and one here. And then one here. All right. And then, do we have more? Yeah, we got another one here. We got another one here. Trying not to cut the figure. You know, he's totally capable of doing that. I don't want to do that. So, there we go. I think that'll about do it. Let's see. Does that have something sticking out of the back? Not really. Just that. There we go. All right. So, let's take a look here. Oh, man. Look at this. You've got like a thing here. Look at that. That's good packing there, Hasbro. And then there's this little thing. Yeah. And then for some reason, I don't see his ears anywhere. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out eventually. Wow. What a big figure. You know, I just want to rip this thing out, but I don't want to do it and damage anything. Okay, it really doesn't rip out at all. Whoa, is there anything in that? No, I don't think so. Anyway, he's missing his ears. Well, let's take a look at this backdrop real quick. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. So the second shuttle is about to take off from Autobot City. And here he is, Ultra Magnus without his ears. That's kind of what he would look like on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this aside. And let's take a look at the accessory pack. All right, so we've got a lot of stuff here. I bet you most of this is like blast effects and whatnot. So let's see here. Hopefully not too much else. So, all right. Oh yeah, look at all that. Weapons and ears, and I see all this stuff coming out there. We've got a gun. And more of the blast type effects. Blast effects. Yeah, mostly another gun. Let's see here. What else do we get? Ooh, yeah. Hey, cool. And then these things. And is there anything else? Well, it doesn't feel like it. I think we pretty much got all them. So let's go over what we get. All right. So we get a gun here. And this gun is painted. It looks clear And actually, it's two different types of plastic, it looks like. We've got a clear plastic here. You can kind of see through that. And then we also have the white plastic here. So I think all of this here, it's kind of it's almost a purplish color. So there you go, purplish color. And then you have this peg here, which is, it's cast in white. So it must have just been put in there. And then there is another gun, and it's pretty much the same deal. You know, you can kind of see it right there. And it's clear there, and clear there, and you can kind of see that. And then, of course, the blast effects, which these are similar. The first time that we saw these types of blast effects were, I believe, on the Omega Supreme. So, yeah, so there's that. And then, I don't know, like this, and then maybe this, and yeah. You can combine all these, make a nice Christmas tree, whatever. And we got the smaller ones, so you can do something like this and then something like that. So, yeah. And then what you have here is it's painted in gray and then just very lightly airbrushed. You know, each piece has a little bit less gray on it. Looks kind of good. I like that. And the same thing on these pieces here. It's just a little bit of gray, but it's not silver or anything. It's just gray. So there's that. You also get missile tips here, and I assume that that is for these missile guns here. So you put them in here, and you can mount them, I bet you, on the sides here. All right, so we got one there, and then we've got another one here, and you can just mount them on his shoulders here. So you kind of complete the look. And of course, he's got his eels. So yeah, let's put those in him. That way we can kind of look. I'm just guessing that they fit like that. Oh my. Woo! All right, so let's see here. Give it a good push. I hope that these can transform and stay that way. That's kind of a thing. Wow, these do not. Just to let you know, these can split, and it looks like that they're not glued or anything. So, but you are supposed to take this little peg right here and peg it into the hole in the side of his head, which I think the easiest way to do it is turn his head sideways right out of the package, and then we can kind of just push that in there and do the same thing here. I don't know if there's any purpose to that, so yeah, that's that. Now, oh, come on, just get back in your ear. There we go. And then there. So now that's what we got going on there. That looks a little bit better and more complete, it looks like. Now he does have some light piping here, so that looks pretty interesting. You can see right back here it's clear, so he's got, you can kind of, if you hit it from the top, it might light up just a bit. So there's that. Yeah, let's see how he does in terms of articulation. Whoa, that is some real tight joints right there. And let's give him his guns just real quick and see how that works for a commander class. They fit just right into his hands, and they look pretty good. Yeah, not too shabby at all. Yeah, so boy, and we'll go over the articulation here in just a bit. Let's see how this looks overall. Let me plug this back into his shoulder here. All right, so yeah, and that's kind of, if we look at him like this, it's kind of what we're dealing with. It's very cool, like it. That is pretty nice. Here he is next to Optimus Prime from Siege. So let's see kind of how they measure up. I guess that's a good scale. So yeah, because Ultra Magnus is a big bot, and he's not the big bot, but he's a big bot. So we can kind of see some of the details in the back here. A little bit of paint back here. We've got, I think this is actually also all red paint right here. Yep, that sure is. That's all red paint, and then a little silver paint right there, and then we got a little bit of detail there. You can also see the clear light piping in the back of his head, and you can see some spray here, so that tells you that this is painted blue on his shoulders right there. Yeah, so not too shabby. Let's go on ahead and take these guns out. let's take a look here at these hands. These hands appear to be at least articulated a little bit. Let's see here. And I'm assuming that everything for robot mode, that's pretty much the way he is. So he's got 3 fingers that are held together by a pin, and then the trigger finger is held by a separate pin, but they all have their own knuckle pin right there, so it allows you to get some really decent I guess fist wrapping hand action there. So yeah, this is pretty good. So that's, and of course these do rotate, although there's not a lot of space in here to rotate that hand. If you use his gun, you can of course use that to kind of manipulate it, but it is kind of, I find it a little difficult to kind of get in there and turn that. So let's get a close-up of the head, and the head's looking really nice there. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Let's see here, there you go. So yeah, it appears to be on a ball joint. It's also looking like that his head is that it's painted kind of a whitish silver color. It's kind of hard, it may be hard to see on the camera itself, so yeah, but that's not too bad. And of course I think this is all painted, and of course we just showed you that these here plug in like that, so you can turn his head all the way around, yes and no. And there is, if you look down here, he has it's kind of an angled kind of a joint right there, so it's not just the ball peg itself. So the ball peg allows you to get little expressive motions and stuff like that out of it. Not too bad. Okay, so let's take a look at the shoulders. We've got an Autobot symbol right there. Pretty good. And let's see here if we can balance out that light. Just a touch. Yeah. There you go. And I don't know how this opens, but I assume... Oh, look at that. You lift it up, and there's the Matrix. I mean, that's a really nice touch there, guys. So, and I know you can pull this out. So this is, but it reminds you a lot of the movie. So, let's see here. Can I get it out? Let's see here. Yes, I've got a thing. Let's use the thing and force it out. There we go. Yep. And this looks like the standard Matrix that you would get with most of, like, I think Optimus Prime came with this one, Hot Rod came with this one. So yeah, pretty standard, and you can kind of see right there all the detail they put in on the center of the Matrix chamber for him. So we'll let him keep it. It's his copy. But yeah, these are spring loaded, kind of interesting. So when you lift up that from its thing, it just kind of flies out. There you go. So not bad. I like that. It's painted silver on the inside there. So, and it's also painted red in the front. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, let's talk about general articulation. Well, we've got a waist swivel that goes all the way around, and of course these will go all the way around as well. I think you can get a little bit of butterfly action right there by unpegging this. So yeah, and then you have this much elbow, that much elbow bend. You can straighten it out that far. Don't know if you can do much else. Of course, you do have the swivel at the bicep. And let's make sure all that stays in there. So if you unpeg this right here, you can get that butterfly effect right there. Or the butterfly effect? The butterfly joint. So you have to unpeg it from here. That's holding it all together here. Kind of makes them a little beefier here with all that paneling that's being compressed. So, and of course, he's got knee bend like yo. That is pretty good. And I think you can lift this up out of the way and get a little bit more. These skirts do move out of the way, so you can get a little bit more in your all the way back and forward. It's a soft ratchet right there. Oh, by the way, these arms can go up like that. And then he can do the full splits, and I believe both directions. So that's pretty good stuff. So nice stuff. Nice stuff. put all the skirts back and then put this down and then put this here. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. He does have an ankle tilt about that far, and no toe. No toe. I mean, this is a rocker, right? And then no toe. No toe. So there we go. All right. Well, I think that with all of that said, we're going to have to start this long and arduous transformation process. So come along with me and let's figure it out together as I look at the instructions and hopefully don't break this thing. So let's see how this thing actually works. Yeah, let's see. We've got that. Actually, you can take these things like that. Okay, so they're showing us. Yeah, you can put all this together. Okay, so let's start with this here. Number one, we're supposed to lift up. Actually, we're supposed to pull open these here. So we want to straighten out these arms, and then we're going to pull these open. I think we're supposed to pull them open. Is it this way? It's the backside, I think. Yeah, backside. From the backside, open these like this. His arms like so. There we go. This one's a little tough, but there we go. We got it. Okay. I'm going to straighten this guy out a bit. All right, and number two, turn it around, and then we're going to lift up these just like that. We're kind of unpeg them from the wrist areas, and there they are there. Now, number three, we're going to take this and wrap it all the way down like so, and same thing on this side. So, and I don't know if we're supposed to take these and... Yeah, just you're supposed to take these and then put them down like that so that they're like that. So there is a little tab right here. It doesn't tab in or anything as far as I can tell, but you want to get that cowling around the edges there. So, all right, so we'll go on with the next piece here. And yeah, I think you're supposed to close these. It didn't actually say that, did it? Let's see here. Do that, and then, nope, close them. So close it on top of them, so like they're like that. Okay, the next thing is we're going to lift up those tabs I was talking about on top, remember? So we've got this one here and this one here. It's holding them all back there. Okay, I think we're going to have to take these off as well. So let's take these off, and we'll put them to the side. And then we are going to push his head back this way, and then we're going to lift up the whole front panel. Okay, so you have to go like this. Ooh. All right, so there is. Yep, we have to lift this up. So there is. Let's see if we can't figure this out. I think it's supposed to be like that. There we go. So it doesn't tell you really in the instructions, but you're supposed to pull these two panels out just like that. And then pull this up and over just like that. So, all right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull these out to the back, his arms here. I think we're just going to unfold them kind of like this. So just like that and that. All right. Now, whoa, he's unbalanced. Stay there. All right. So, yeah, you want to undo those tabs. Just unfold them all the way out until you've got everything. Actually, they want you to keep them out to the side like this. So, all right. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to take the head and actually, we're not going to take the head. We're going to take... I think is it this piece here? Yeah, I think it's this piece here. Yeah, and lift it all the way up, just like that. Okay? And then we're going to need to take this and snap it backwards. So we've got this, and I don't know that we're supposed to keep these here or not. So let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, so there are these slots right here and those tabs will tab into them. So keep these out of the way because they will not fold back. Just keep them out of the way and make sure you tab them in there. And they really don't snap or anything, so just leave it like that. Okay? All right, so the next thing we want to do is lift up these little antennae. Let's flip it around and show you. Run here, and they're not antenna. They look like smokestacks to me. So lift up the smokestacks, and then we're going to open up these panels here, I believe. One here and one here. All right, just halfway according to the instructions. And then we're going to lift up the whole thing here. All right, so lift it up and out like this. Okay, the whole thing. And then I'm going to have to turn a page. All right, so number 16 is we're going to flip out this piece here, which is this is the front windshield part. Okay, and then we're going to unfold that windshield a little bit out, just like this. Okay, and then we're going to take it and lift it all the way up like that. And I believe what we're going to be doing next will be we're going to pull out okay, so I want you to go all the way over here and then lift and then pull these tires out from the front. And it's kind of, let me lift up the camera just a touch. There we go. There we go. Now they want us to get these out, and I'm not going to be able to fit my fingers in there, so I'm going to grab this thing here, and kind of pull it out. Let's see. There we go. All right, so this here, that there. I think if you have to make sure everything's lined up. Otherwise, these wheels will not move out. So I didn't really need this after all, but just to let you know that all of that will hinder it if you don't have it fully back. So okay, all right, so now we've got we're going to snap together all this. So the first thing you want to do is snap the cab part right here. There's two tabs right there. You're going to go in the front of that, and then we're going to tab these pieces in here just like that. So I believe that's what we're going to do. Let me double check here. And there, and there, and there. Okay. Yeah, believe this is absolutely correct. So, yeah, I don't know if we keep these here though. Yeah, we may. Don't know yet. So, all right. So actually, maybe we just keep them there. Nope, you can't close those with those there. So, well, I guess these flaps are just gonna have to hang out. Okay. That there, and then we want to close this on top of that. So let's see if we can get it. Yeah. Okay. And there. Yeah, there. No? Yeah, there. Okay. Cool. And now we're going to try to close all this together. So you're supposed to snap these side panels in here, if you look. So I'm going to put it down like this. So it probably makes more sense to look at it from this angle. Yeah, so we got the wheels here, and there's nothing else to swing. So we've got that, and then these do not go here at all. So they have to go back, I think, at least here. So they're supposed to snap into here. Like, oh, sorry, you guys can't see this. Sorry, there we go. Let's do this from this angle. All right, so here's what I was describing. These flaps have to come back out here. We've got those. And then what happens is this is supposed to snap into here. And then we have this here, and there we go. We have to actually, these are on a double joint down here. So make sure you push all the way up on them. And then you should be able to lock these in place. Come on, Ultra. There we go. Okay. I'm not seeing it though. Okay. There we go. All right. Without hurting myself, get this snapped in. And, all right. Let's make sure we line this up correctly. It might just be yeah, I think it's a lineup issue there. There we go. See? These joints that are back here, they have to really be set properly. So just FYI. I don't think it means that we can keep these on the inside, or can it? Yeah, it actually does. So I don't know if the instructions were very clear about that, by the way. So just letting you know. There. All right. So I'm going to actually open up this one and push that in there, and that'll actually fit just nicely there. Okay. Let's make sure that he's all kind of put together properly. There we go. All right. So we got it. And yes, these are the instructions down here. All right. So now we have the cab together. Fantastic. All right. What is the next thing? Okay, make sure that we lift this up. All right. And then, so the cab is way up there, and then it wants us to pull these out. So we've got one set of wheels here and one set of wheels here. So there they are, the two sets of wheels. And then we're going to lay it down, which is where we were before. And we're going to take this and lift these up just like so. And that will allow those to be in their proper position. And then snap them together like this. And I think if you look, there's a big tab right in the center right there. So we're going to go on ahead and tab the big tab. I think. There. Actually, it tabs kind of like this. And it's okay. It should be tighter, really. Okay, so there's that. All right, we got those down. And that's exactly what it was telling us to do. So, and then the next part is to take this. Is it this part here? Let's take a quick look. It says, all right, there is a part that swings forward here. I believe it's this. Here. Okay. Do you see what I just did right there? I'm going to do it again just so you know. This little panel here that has these two white dots on it, you're going to flip it forward like that. And you see there's a post that it swings on right there. Oh, I didn't tell us to touch anything there. So, all right, so we got that. And then, it does actually say, by the way, turn this around 180 degrees. There we go, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to take this and flip it forward. I see. So we flip it forward, and it's on a double hinge, and we're supposed to kind of put it in there. And if you look, there's a circular area where that circle goes in. So it doesn't snap in or anything. It just goes there. Okay. All right. Now we're supposed to take this here and bend it forward for some reason, like this. And then we're supposed to take it and collapse it in here somehow. All right, this is a good one. All right, so collapse it in here. I don't see how they do that. Let's see. So I don't even think it's supposed to be collapsed all the way. Let's see. All right, so okay. Alrighty. So we're back here, and then it says going ahead and pull these forward, and okay, I see. So these are supposed to tab into there, so that's kind of what's going on here. So in order to do that, these have to collapse just a bit, which I'm not quite catching, but I'm not sure if that's it. No. Okay. Let's see if there's any other way to manipulate. I'm going to split the leg a little bit so I can manipulate this just a bit. And that's proof in the pudding that I haven't seen any other instructions on this. there. No, that's not right. It really doesn't collapse in the way you would think. There. Nope, not really. All right, so let's see what we can do. Let's see, it's supposed to go in like this. And I'm not doing anything else with that. There we go. Is that it? Oops, this came off, so that's a thing. There we go. All right, Mr. Commander Class. Let's see. We got this here. And yeah, it's not really collapsing. The instructions aren't very clear on this part, so let's see here. It says go down and then fold up. Okay, well, let's try it one more time. Go down. Okay, so I see what they're asking for now. Okay, so basically what they're asking us to do is to fold this joint in. So it doesn't collapse much, but it does collapse a little bit. So we're going to take this and there we go. And you want to fold it upwards. Wow, this came off now. That's a thing. All right, so there. And then I'm going to collapse these two pieces in here. All right. And then, see, these are supposed to, once you get that knee folded down and this joint into here, that'll allow you to plug these panels in. They'll give it clearance so it snaps right into there. So you take it and you snap it into there. So it holds it in those areas right. Looking good so far, Mr. Magnus. All right, so now let's finish this thing. I think we're at the home stretch now. Yeah, so we've got the next thing we're supposed to do is we're supposed to swing these out like this. So both of the arms go out like this, and then we're going to take these and swing them back on the other joint. So it's like that. And same thing on this side. There we go, just like that. And then, it says to go ahead and close these. So there's actually these flaps here, and you're supposed to take them and close them over like this. Same thing on this side. All right, so there's that and that. And then I'm going to take these little guys here and flip them up. There's actually joints right here. See, right here and here. So it's a little tiny thing. And then we're supposed to push them from one side to the other because this is on a peg. So you're moving them from this side to this side. All right. And then, boy, almost there, guys. Almost there. So then we're going to fold these up. Wait, let's see here. These here up. And then they're going to tab and peg into there on both sides. And you can see it there. Come back on this side, do the same thing. There we go. And then we're going to take the rest of this and tab them all together. So we're going to tab these two pieces here, the arms, tab them right there. And then tab these two pieces right here. There, just like that. And then these here will tab into here and there. And is that pretty much how they do it? Oh, there's a couple more pieces left. So we have these panels here to flip out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to have to use this because I think it's a little tough. All right, so. All right. Let's see. And. Or is it? Oh, whoop, my bad. It's actually inside. There's a little tab where you can pull it out and snap it forward right there and do the same thing here. So that takes care of that. And then we got these here. These should be nice and straight, right? Yeah, nice and straight, nice and straight. And then you tab these together like that. Okay, now let's see if they've missed anything. Actually, we have. There's this. And you lift this up, and then you pull this forward, and you just snap it onto there. At least you're supposed to. There, and do the same thing on this side. And there, just like that. And in, and this tabs into here, just like it did on the other side. And let's see here. We're supposed to pull this out, I believe. This is what this is for. So, wait. You pull this out here. Oh, actually, it's telling us one more thing. You're supposed to pull down these. So these wheels actually come down. So you're supposed to pull the wheels down themselves. And they're kind of like on a little double hinge here. So you want to make sure that these are flat there. Okay, and then the next thing is to take his head. And you're supposed to take his head and move it in there? It's supposed to snap in something. It's supposed to snap into... Well, it's supposed to snap into here, but I don't see that. So, oh, I see. This little cover here, it's supposed to snap into it. So remember that cover here that was silver? So yeah, we're going to take that and then snap his head into it. I'm not kidding you. That's what it's telling us to do. Well, all right. I don't know exactly. Oh, I see. I don't know if I'm thrilled with that, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it there because I know what it wants me to do, but I don't know if I want to do that. So, okay, so lift up that and that. Okay, and then let's see what else we got. I think that's pretty much it. I think we can pull this forward here. There we go. So you have full range of motion there. And this here, it didn't say to flip this forward, so this just stays here. And there he is. That's Ultra Magnus in his alt mode. And yeah, he looks pretty good. I will admit, lots of steps on this guy. Lots of steps. But yeah, you get the full range here, and you know, things will snap together and stay together. At least that's what you hope for. Yeah, so let's take a look at him. You can see he's got the classic front there, and then we've got more of the same going on here. Very classic looking. And yeah, this is the back here, and you can open this up and you can roll your vehicles into this. That's very nice. He is supposed to be a car carrier, and I think what you're supposed to be able to do with this is you just take this, and then you can also do that right there and have them roll them up as a car carrier that way as well. So isn't that fantastic? That's great stuff. So there's that. Oh yeah, and then we can decorate them with these wonderful missiles. So we've got a spot here for one, and another spot right here for one. So yeah, there's Ultra Magnus, and looking really good, guys. I mean, yeah, you've got the normal paint, and all the paint that we saw in the other mode kind of comes through here. The rolling is not too bad. I'm sure that if you tighten this up a little bit, that it would probably be good. But yeah, it looks good from this angle. He rolls actually fairly well. So there's we go. I think this is worth it. This is a good figure. Yeah, you can. There are 5mm ports, so you can store these other accessories on here. You can put this on here if you want, and then this on here if you want, and then he's all kind of like super armed, and you know, storage for your weapons and whatnot, right? So yeah, so I kind of like it. That's a very decent looking figure. And by the way, if you really must know, here is Hot Rod. Hot Rod will go right in there. So, and actually this is G1 Hot Rod, so so yeah, imagine that. Yeah, but that is one thing that they tell you in the catalog, or at least in the instructions, is that you can put your bots and roll them up in here, your Autobots, and yeah, if that's how you choose to display them, you can do so. So anyway, that's what we got going on here. I do like this thing. I think it's it's well built. It's definitely tight, and yeah, I think you know, if you can pick one up, I picked mine up from Hasbro Pulse. I think that you'll be able to get it from other retail locations as well. So actually, yeah. So that's pretty much what I have. Oh, by the way, yeah, here's what he looks like with Optimus Prime. So yeah, hey everybody, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.